Hello, my name is Darius,
My name is Evelyn.
And I'm Hannah.
and we did our term project on gum. The first brand of gum we chose was Extra,
Mentos.
And finally, Trident.
and the first test we conducted on the gum was the flavor duration test.
The second test was about how big of a bubble each gum would produce.
And the third test was about which gum was the most popular amongst our peers.
The first test we did was the flavor duration test. We conducted this test by having each group member select a piece of gum from each brand and time themselves chewing the gum until the flavor was completely gone. So there's 5 pieces of data from each brand of gum. The average result of the 3 brands was 7 minutes and 14 seconds, 21 minutes and 8 seconds, and 21 minutes and 33 seconds, with Extra being the longest lasting gum and Mentos being the shortest lasting.
With doing this report, we wanted to get an insight on the consumer's opinion. So we went around and asked a couple of people on their judgment of which gum they would prefer out of the 3 selections. And with doing so, the data showed that their least favorite was Trident, which only had 4 votes. And then Mentos with 7, and Extra for the win with 12.
For this test, we conducted an experiment to see which gum blew the biggest bubble. To do so, we chewed the gum for a while, and then we began to blow. Mentos was rarely able to produce a measurable bubble. The biggest it ever reached was 1 centimeter in width, making the average bubble for Mentos 0.33 centimeters wide. For Trident, the biggest bubble we were able to produce was 5 centimeters in width. The average bubble we could blow for Trident ended up being 2.83 centimeters in width. Extra proved to have the highest average of bubble production, averaging out to 3.16 centimeters. The biggest bubble it produced was 4 centimeters, 1 centimeter short from Trident's biggest bubble, but Extra was more consistent and had the overall biggest bubble. The best performer for bubble blowing was Extra, and the worst candidates for blowing bubbles proved to be Mentos.
The gum that stands above the rest with its extra long flavor duration, the largest average bubbles, and ranked highest by our peers is Extra. So it is obviously what our group would recommend to everyone.